Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. We're going to do some more core work here today, but I've also got a mini band. So I'm going to use that for our Hindu push-ups a little bit later. And what they consist of is we are going to, you can do this kneeling as well. So you can leave your knees down, you can push chin, chest down, then you're going to sweep the upper body through and come into almost like this high cobra. So an up dog, if you will, but then on this area, all I want you to do is focus on what works for you, but try not to compress that back. So you want to really pull in the core the whole time we're doing it. We're going to do 3 exercises, 10 reps each, and then we're going to do them all again. So we're going to do it 3 times. Now you can add in more reps, but we are going to start laying on our back first, and then we're going to flip over onto our front. So palms underneath bum, legs straight up, and we're just going to alternate for 10, lowering the leg. Now, nothing should be coming from your lower back. Belly button should be pulling in, and then the leg raising and lowering to your height, to where you feel comfortable. Now we are going to be pointing our toes, and I really want you to tense that whole leg halfway. Pull the navel in, and if you're feeling this is a little bit too easy, that's okay. We can take our hands away from our back and then raise them up to the sky. So we're really putting the emphasis on our core. Last 2. Beautiful, last 1. And then we're going to flip over onto our stomach, and we're going to do the same thing but with our hamstrings. So our palms are going to place down. The elbows are directly underneath our shoulders, if not touch forward, and our legs are going to extend. I want you to point that leg back. You may not raise up those legs that high, but this is kind of the same exercise, but the other way around. So we're really working our hamstring, and you might feel this into your lower back. Now, if this upper body position is actually making your shoulders hunch up, you can just lower your whole head down and then just do the legs only. So last 4, keep those legs tight, quadriceps tight, hamstrings tight, glutes are engaged. Last 3, 2, last 1. Okay, beautiful. We're going to flip over onto our bum this time. And then I am going to use some tiny dumbbells, but these are optional. You don't actually need dumbbells for Russian twists. What we're going to do is plant our feet down, and then I'm going to keep my palms together. I'm just going to twist for 20 reps on each side. I know I said 10 reps, but you know, we're gonna have to do 10 on each side. So why not add another 10? If you feel like stopping at 10, please do. Remember, nothing is coming from your back. Everything is coming from the abdominals. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, really getting those obliques. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I'm going to pop the weights down and come and grab my mini band. Now I'm going to take the band under, between my arms, above my elbows. So palms are down. It's really going to help tighten my elbows when I do the push-up. So in this position, you can either keep your knees down or you can keep your knees up. You're going to go into a push-up, lift into a Hindu push, and then straight down into that triangle position. Let's do 10 of these. For down, pulling in the abdominals, scooting the hips back. For 8, pull the navel in the whole time. 7, remember, the pace is you against you. Halfway. If you need to pause, slow it down, please do so. Just count how many reps you can do in this time. The band just helps keeping those elbows tight, and eventually you're probably not going to need it because you've built up that strength to do a narrow push-up. Last one. Beautiful. Right, let's do that whole thing again. So we're going to go onto our backs, taking our hands either straight up to the sky, or we are going to take our hands underneath our bum. So whatever you prefer, point those feet for 10. Really lengthen those inside thighs, hamstrings, quadriceps. So really just engaging that whole leg by tensing, squeezing all the muscle. Last 7, 6, 5, 4. Remember, you can slow this down. 3, make it harder. 2, last 1. Beautiful. Okay, before we flip over to this side, let's do some Russian twists here. So let's stay seated. Okay, I lied. Instead of 3 exercises, we'll do 4. Technically, I tried to play it off, but it won't work. Do 20 reps here for 3, 4, 5, 10. Three, 2, 1. This time I'm going to slow it down, taking myself over onto my stomach. Remember, you can raise up those legs, or you can come into that gated position, and it's going to make those legs a little bit more harder to raise because you're trying to raise the whole leg. Try not to lock out the knee or hunch your shoulders up. So there's a lot to think about here. Last 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we're going to go back over to our Hindu push-ups. So grab the band, take it above the elbows, and if you have no band, remember, you can take modifications. It's not a necessity. It's a tool to help you improve your technique, and eventually you're not going to need it. So let's go for 10 repetitions, breaking it up by shoving our hips up to the sky. Last 8. Halfway. Good, last 1. And pause. Now, if you want to take a pause, please do so, but we've got 1 more round and we're going to reverse it. So if you're feeling fatigued from before, this is going to be your finisher. So let's just take a pause and we're going to go straight back into those push-ups. There is a reason why we need to break. It's so it allows our body to recover, to rejuvenate, to replenish. So breathe, take a sip of water if you need to. So it doesn't take much. You have these short exercise breaks, and then you can accumulate more if you're doing a whole bigger session. But these sessions are enough to keep you going. I'm sweating right now. So let's go for our last 10. Big push. Pulling in the core the whole time. So even with a band, I'm trying to get as low as possible. Good, halfway. Three, 2, and 1. Amazing. Let's sit back into our bum and reverse it. We're going to go into Russian twist first. So again, you don't have to do everything in order, but this kind of means that we don't need to keep flipping up and down. 20 reps. Over to the left and right, off we go. Really pulling in the obliques. Now, I like keeping my legs down because I feel I've got a lot more control over my obliques. If you wanted to raise those legs up, you can. There are all options and regressions that you can take depending upon how you feel today. Depending upon what your body is telling you. That's the biggest relationship you're going to have. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's lower onto our backs first, as we're right here. Hands underneath the bum for 10 reps. Or if you felt like that challenge, arms straight up, palms towards each other. And breathe. Last 5. Slow it down if you can. 4, 3, squeezing the whole leg. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's flip over onto our stomach. And our last exercise, those leg lifts for 10. Beautiful. All right, you guys, we are done. Thank you so much for coming and joining me with these 4 exercises. Remember, you can repeat these at any time. If you want a quick micro dose of exercise throughout your day, please play on these videos and like this if you did. Let me know how you got on, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.